It's April 15th, my first full day on the CDT. We made it a little over 14 miles to the first water cache. It was totally full, and then this morning we met Dion, who runs the Shuttle. He was dropping, it looks like maybe 4 hikers off, and he took out my other pole. So thank goodness, I didn't want to keep carrying it and potentially lose that one too. Other than that, it's a beautiful morning, but it is definitely going to be full sun again today, so try and get in as many miles this morning while it's still cool, and find some place to hide when it's not. There's another water cache in less than 12 miles, so yesterday we did in 6 hours more than 14 miles, so hopefully, if it's not too impactful and hot out here, can get in at least 20 today. Well, we'll just see what happens. It's a beautiful morning though, my goodness. I'm happy to be out here. My first full day. It's tax day for everybody else, but let's get this going. We're walking past the Hachita Mountains. The trail is sometimes easy to lose, frequently, but there are some wood posts out here. There's rock cairns, but they're not as helpful because there's fucking rocks everywhere, and they're low to the ground, and some of these bushes are higher than they are. But anyway, it's nice to see stuff like that every once in a while. And then it's also good to remember that following a set of footprints isn't necessarily the best idea, because probably everybody gets lost now and then. It's gonna be hot today. This is only 8:30 and the sun's already pretty intense. There's a cool breeze sometimes, but it's gonna be a warm day. Try and get in as many miles before the late afternoon when it's the hottest in the desert. But oh my goodness, it's beautiful out here. Tempting, but it's too early. Where's the next sign? Oh, we're down here. Well, it's a little after 10:30 and I've gone about 6 miles, which isn't bad. It's like a little less than half than what we did all day yesterday, but we didn't start till 2. It is definitely getting warm. There was a bunch of shade earlier, but right now it's pretty limited. So I found a little pinon tree here, and I got my solar panel hooked up. I think I accidentally did something to drain like a bunch of battery earlier, so hopefully I have enough left to get me through today. And it's about 6 more miles to the water, the next water cache and the road crossing. So I'll just take it easy. I think I've got about 1.5 liters. And it's definitely dry out here. Dry and warm. And it's kind of like choose your own adventure, because a lot of times you can't see the posts, like the next post from where you were. And and I also just I came up on Double Dip, who I met on the PCT before she had a trail name, and Dallas. They started yesterday morning, I guess. I caught up to them. They were the ones with the silver umbrellas, and they continued on. I haven't had a break yet, so it is time. I'll take a break again after this at the water cache box, unless there's something just dying for me to sit on it in between here and there. But it ain't looking good, frankly. It was a beautiful day, though. I'm sure glad to be back out here. Remember what it's like to walk again. Can't wait till I get my trail legs. Can't wait till I get new poles. Holy shit. I really hope I can get some service today so I can have some new poles dropped off to Lordsburg. But thank goodness Dion, who has the CDT, the Crazy Cook Shuttle, was able to take my second not working pole out for me, so at least I don't have to carry that anymore. That and a couple of beer cans we had stashed for ourselves in the cache because we could. It's a bunny. There's a big bunny. I hear music. Oh, you're pretty. Hey. The music might be flies, but hello. You're beautiful. So these posts are all over the place. A bunch of them aren't even on the Gut Hook app. If you hit the post, according to the Gut Hook, you're off trail. So basically, what we have here is an awful lot of just random wandering around the fucking desert with no cover to try and figure out where you're at. I'm having to check this app every like 0.1 mile, which is bananas, just to make sure I'm not too far off. Oh my goodness. Oh, you can see that there's no set trail anywhere. Just kind of bushwhack your way across the desert and sight things, hopefully without stepping on any snakes or cactus. Ugh. And I'm hoping to get in. Man, I really, at this point, I've been wanting to get to the water cache. I was going to try to make the one after that, but with all of the bonus miles I'm doing today and the constant stopping to check my position, I don't know how far I'm going to get. It's incredibly frustrating. Well, I wanted a remote experience. Got it. No one's mistaken this one for a yucca. Well, it's a little after 12:30, and I'm still like a little over 3 miles from the next water cache, which is near the first road, like the first paved road. Oh my God, it's hot out here. And unfortunately, it's just not smart or possible to do the kind of mileage you would expect or hope to do in the trains, other than the picking and choosing your own adventure, which is super frustrating. Oh my God. So I have to stop, keep stopping, and as you can see, it's pretty much entirely exposed out here. There's a little breeze that comes sometimes, but not very often, and it's just going to keep getting hotter for the next several hours until the sun starts to set again. So after that next water in at the cache in 3 miles, there's like supposed to be a nasty cow pond a couple miles after that, and then not water again for like 14 miles. So I don't know. I don't know if I have another 16 miles of me today. Not in this heat, not with this exposure. I don't have my trail legs yet. It might take a little bit longer to get to Lordsburg than I thought, but oof. I'm super looking forward to once I get there. Then there's a climb up towards Silver City. At least get up in elevation a bit and hopefully a bit cooler because it is hot down here. It's over 4,000 feet still, but this is straight up desert. I have this juniper tree decorated with my socks. It's really important to try and keep your feet as clean and dry as possible. Clean's tough because there's no water. So I was just brushing them off, and but at least I can take my shoes and socks off and try and let them dry out a little bit before I dust them off and go forward again. I have, that blister's getting big. I have a blister on my pinky toe of 1 foot, like a soft spot. Unfortunately, the pole I gave to Dion this morning, I think, had the little bit of duct tape I had left. So I don't really have anything to put on that toe, so I don't really want to add any more volume to my sock and shoe anyway, because it'll just cause compensation blisters in other places. So I'm just gonna have to live with this one for right now. It's painful, but you know, manageable. It's just pinky toe. Just cut it off, I guess. I don't know. At any rate, I've been seeing people here and there. The signs are still super spotty. There's not really any trail out here, just kind of feet directions, and then sometimes they just stop where other people realize that they were lost too, so you can't really trust them. A little bit frustrating, very slow going. A lot of checking the app and trying to make sure I at least stay reasonably on trail. Oof, it is a challenge, but I'm definitely looking forward to getting done with this desert part. It kind of reminds me of doing the swamp. It was beautiful. Would kick your ass. Let's stay here a little while longer. Hopefully, when I get to that next cache, I can have second coffee. Oh my gosh, that's a long way to go for second coffee. It's gonna be like late, and I don't like to hike in the dark, especially out here where everything's pokey, sticks of death, and trying to kill you. This isn't really where we belong. This is Mother Nature's house. So I'm just gonna have to live with it, and we'll see what happens. It's dumb to be standing out here in full exposed sun, but I just wanted to show you all of the colors in this valley. Beautiful. I must be getting close to a road. I haven't seen one of these in a while. But oh my goodness, they're fantastic. They sure do stand out. Whew. I can see the first road. Still looks sadly far. But only a couple of miles to water, and hopefully a little bit shade. This is the trail. Holy crap. It is hot, hot, hot. Definitely going to be sticking around with that water cache for a while because there is no movement of the air and I'm completely exposed. The only good thing about this is that I'm going north, so the sun's more or less at my back. I just met a dude named Sebastian who is southbounding from Lordsburg, hoping to catch a shuttle back up, which is a popular option for people who can't get a shuttle on the day they want to start. That crazy cook. Holy shit. Hot, hot. It's just after 2, and oh my god. I just ran into a guy named Miner, and he said that this is the hottest day this week. Possibly the hottest day this year, I feel like it. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I finally made it to the bear cache. Unfortunately, there is no cover or shade here anywhere. I would totally hide in the bear box, but since it's like made of and sitting in direct sun, it's definitely gonna be like an oven in there. So I'm just gonna smash myself super close to the wall of this thing until I can get up enough energy to grab some water and think about what I'm gonna do. Like, this whole valley is incredibly exposed. Really the only shade is some yucca trees, and they're kind of few and far between. And this is really impactful hiking. It didn't help that the route here is kind of a choose your own adventure over some kind of thick, sandy red clay. So that's probably not going to help my feet at all. There's a road right there. It goes to Hachita. I don't want to go to Hachita. That place is hella depressing. Although they do have Wi-Fi. Probably have ice cream too. Oh, that's tempting. I don't know. I've seen a lot of traffic on the road, so I have a little time here to sit and think about it. And hopefully Sea Legs is okay. I'm a little worried about her. She doesn't do well in the desert, and oh my God, she was moving slow earlier. But I can only imagine. I very much just like ran that last 3 miles because there was no cover. There was a breeze for a minute, but yeah, it stopped. And there's a little breeze now, but it's just hot out here. Hot, 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 and open. And because where the sun is, there's just no shade anywhere. Otherwise, I'd probably just climb under a bush, but there aren't any that are big enough. Yay, hiking! It's 2:30, and I've only done 12 miles today, not counting bonus miles. Almost 12 miles. And it's just gonna get hotter for the next several hours. I found this little creosote bush. I'm hiding under. There are 3 people at the road, and there's a tiny little stand there. Certainly not room for 4. So I think I am going to hitch into Hachita. There's a lot of traffic on this road. There's a community center there, and since today's supposed to be the hottest day of the week, it doesn't really make much sense to try and push it. There are another several miles of walking through this completely exposed, open fucking desert. And after this water cache, there's only a nasty cow pond. That's what the report says. In 2 miles, and then not water again for another 14. So, I think I'd rather do this in the morning than in the evening. And I understand they have a bathroom, so I can wash out these nasty socks. And they have a store, so maybe I can get some duct tape to put on these blisters. And there's Wi-Fi at the store. Probably ice cream. God, I hope there's ice cream. Maybe a beer. And so I can order some new poles to be sent up to Lordsburg. It's a little disappointing to only do 12 miles on my first full day. I did almost 15 yesterday. But that's one of the things about through hiking. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. And it's a marathon after marathon after marathon. And burning myself out and getting heat stroke like I felt like I was going to have on the way in here on day 2 is probably not the smartest thing. So I'm going to have to suck it up, swallow my through hiker mentality, and go take care of myself. Safety first. It's pretty brutal out here. I'm going to try and leave a note for Sea Legs. Hopefully I can do that. And see if I can get her to hitch in too, so she can get some rest. I'm a little worried about her. I haven't seen her in a while. She was moving super slow, and this section's got to just be killing her because there's just no place to go to get any kind of cover. Pretty much for the last, I don't know, couple miles, almost that entire last stretch. Hot, hot, hot and exposed. Hopefully that guy was right. It's supposed to be cooler tomorrow, because I'd sure rather do this first thing in the morning than in the hottest part of the day. This is the worst time of day to be hiking. Oh, see if I can catch a ride. Wish me luck. So Sea Legs and I made it back to the trail. We're still at the second water cache box. We decided to camp here. It's like, I had a giant blister on my pinky, and apparently it popped itself on our way back to down to the water cache, because it was huge when I put my sock on at the community center, and it's pretty flat now, so hopefully it'll patch itself up at night, that it won't be incredibly painful tomorrow like it was just a minute ago. And it was a nice stop in town. Everyone's super nice there at the community center and at the grocery store. And oh my God, the grocery store is like stupid cheap. Holy crap. We got all kinds of snacks. I have ice cream, sodas. I drank some baby electrolytes, and we got to watch all the kids come home from school and go off with their parents. It was a nice stop. I'm glad we went in. It was pretty miserable and brutal out here today, and I only did 12 miles, but what are you going to do? When you're done, you're done. It's just smarter to stop when you know you need to stop so that you can keep on going all the way. Yeah. Good night.